Hello my Pinky Pals, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today we're going to be creating cute little squirrels. I've already done the sketch, so we're just going to jump right into Procreate. So I'm taking my sketch, I'm going to put it on a new layer, I'm going to lower the opacity, and then I'm just going to draw over top of it. I use the, I want to say it's the 6B pencil. I'll make a note in the description of all the stuff that I am using so that you know what I'm using, but it's really just, I think it's a 6B pencil, and then the one, yeah, clearly I don't know. You know what? I'll just put it in the comments. My gosh. Yeah. So today we are doing that. We are doing another sticker sheet. So we did one on the live stream with like pollinators. It was actually really cute, and I will have that one available soon as well to purchase if anyone's interested. This one will also be for purchase. You can also get the digital version of these in my coffee membership. So if you're interested, I will put those in the description below, so that you can link to that as well and go and check it out. Yeah, so I have had quite the weekend. I tell you what, I took some time off work on Friday because I just wasn't feeling well. I went to the doctor, and I found out that I'm in the beginning stages of heart failure. So next Friday I have another appointment to just kind of go and get that checked to see how far along it is, or what. I don't really know. I've never really had to deal with anything. My heart's usually been pretty good. So yeah, that was an interesting turn of events. So between that and the fact that I've had no internet all weekend, and since I do work, you know, a couple of jobs now, and things have fallen behind a little bit when it comes to my own scheduling, I did not get this done. So if you're watching this on time, I'm sorry I'm late. If you're watching this in the future, then you don't care. But that is why, so I do apologize. So we're just kind of cleaning up the sketches. There's a lot of sketches where I even like made notes too on my sketchbook, like, you know, move the head back a little bit, things like that. There's also a note that I made where I was like, X out this flower, and I don't know why. At the time I clearly did not like that flower, but I'm like, it's beautiful. I don't know why I didn't want it, so I brought it back. And it may seem weird, I guess, to sketch it twice, but I just find that if I sketch something once, maybe even do like a third sketch layer, sometimes I'll even do that, especially if it's humans, I just find it looks cuter. But yeah, so if you want to see stickers being made, then this is your week, because we did the live stream last week, and then we're doing this one today. It just kind of happened to turn out that way. I didn't really plan it, but there you have it. So the number one real thing is that you want to make sure that you have enough space on your canvas so that everything is in its own spot and can be surrounded and doesn't get overlapped. So like when we import it at the end, you'll see it'll create like a white line around the stickers that are going to stick together, and it does give me an error message because the little leaf and the squirrel that's sitting on the log, those two overlap and like join, but I wanted them to, so that's fine. But you will see that. So you just want to make sure that there's enough space in between. Now, if you're doing digital stickers, that doesn't really matter, but if you want to sell them as well, then you want to make sure that, you know, it works fine. So we're going to do them on Printful, which I just love. They also do buttons. They do like a 5-pack of buttons, so I've got some button designs. So if anyone's interested in that, let me know. I would happily do some button designs. I think they're really cute. I played around with some, so there are some on my website right now, but I would like to kind of jump into that a little bit more. And so this is the flower that I actually X'd out in my sketchbook, but I don't know why, because I think it's really cute. The only thing I will say is I did change up a lot of the leaves because I just thought it would be better if they were a little bit different. So that's what I did. But yeah. So we did pollinators and the other one, so I didn't want to go too crazy with like bees and flowers and stuff, but really I just, like, spring to me is just flowers. It's just life. So I love flowers, that's what we're getting. But I will say that the other one that I did is done as well. So I will have that one available in my shop, as well as a sticker sheet, but also as a sticker sheet, a digital sticker sheet for my members. So again, you'll have to check that out if you're interested. It'll be there. And if you are enjoying, you know, my little doodles and stuff, and you would like to subscribe to support the channel, I would really appreciate it. I am very close to getting to that kind of point where everything's just kind of falling into place. Which, I mean, art-wise. Life-wise, I just found out that I'm going into heart failure. But art-wise, I feel like I'm in a place where I'm starting to, I think, find my style, and I really like the art that I'm making nowadays. So, and I really like the videos that I'm making as well. I get told a lot that I'm funny. I don't know why. I guess, I don't know. I mean, I want to say that these people don't know what funny is, but they are my friends that have said it, so I feel bad. And there's my head. So, I mean, I like the fact that you guys think that I'm funny. I don't think that I'm funny. Here I'm, like, contemplating life. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do the flower thing. But, obviously, I went with it. So I do appreciate that you guys think I'm funny. Thank you for the feedback. I have been seeing so many people doing, like, my art on Instagram and stuff. I've been getting a lot of, like, tags with people who have done the art from my videos. So I think that's really cool as well. I can't wait to kind of like open up my Instagram and see that kind of stuff. I just think it's really neat and it's really fun. And I really appreciate all of it. I really do. So yeah, we're just continuing on. I don't know why I did a leaf there. Maybe I should have done something else, but I don't know. I just did. Maybe I'm in the fall mood. I don't know. I don't know. I have nothing to say. But here we're just doing the line art, and it's pretty basic. I do leave out a lot of it because I like to, I guess, do more of a paint. Like, instead of lining the face and stuff, I'll do that with the colors themselves and things like that. And I decided that I would do a, like, I'm really starting to work on my style when it comes to especially characters. So I decided that I would do like my normal kind of colorless, or not colorless, like color, like textureless type thing, and just kind of create texture with different little elements to everything. And so I thought about doing that, and then I decided that I would give it actual texture. So I do a solid like base color, but then I actually use texture whenever I'm doing the shading of it, which I will show you. I do show everything. So you get to see the whole process. So this is literally the whole thing. I do cut out quite a bit of it, but I mean, I think that's just because it kind of gets a little bit tedious. And I will also say too, like, there's a lot of times where I stop and I notice things, so I fix them right away. Because if I don't, if I'm like, oh, I'll remember to go back and change that, then I won't. The other thing, which is something that actually a subscriber even mentioned, was that you can do the reference tool. And the reference tool is great because if you go underneath, you don't have to outline like I did before. It just pastes it in. The problem is, if you don't have a completely closed outline, then it will just kind of go wherever the line lets it. And that's why I don't tend to use it, because I don't actually have a lot of like solid lines. So although it works, I do get frustrated with it because sometimes I forget that it doesn't work the way I think it should work. But for the most part, for some of this stuff, it's actually really, really great, and it's a lot of fun. I added a face to the acorn because I was like, why is it the only thing without a face? But then I was like, well, the log doesn't have a face either, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, and I do it all on kind of the same layer. If I know that something's going to be a little bit different, then I'll put it on another layer. But at the same time, I'm just like, I can't be bothered, I guess, to do a ton of different layers and worry too much about it. I think it looks like, you know, it's a simple enough thing. And I do this all the time. Like, this is how I draw. So I think that helps it as well. I know my style. I don't know why I did cheeks on him, because I don't do cheeks on anyone else. I do them on another layer, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I really wanted her to be, they're all like an orange red squirrel, I guess, except for one is more brown. But I wanted her to have like a little bit of a, like, I don't know, lighter color, I guess. And now when I'm looking back on it, I'm like, she looks like a fox. Like, it looks like a fox color. But that's okay. I still think it's pretty darn cute. And so the one thing I'll say is whenever you're doing it, it's always a good idea to limit your colors. So when you do that, and even if you don't limit really, make sure that you incorporate those colors in other things. So like the blue of the flower, I made sure was part of their outfits, or, you know, some of their outfits, because there was no like huge amount of green. I thought the green and the blue would go well together. I use the pink of the one flower for, you know, and the purple and all that stuff. I put those flower colors in her little flower crown and in her little flower bouquet. This guy I wanted to do red, but I was like, no, it's just too dark. So I changed it to a little bit more of an orange, which also works really well with the blue. So yeah, like you just kind of incorporate all those kind of colors, or you at least try and keep them similar. So that's kind of an important thing to remember when you're doing it. I also wish I would have done the light color of the body first and then the dark over top, because that would have made sense. But that's not really what we're about on this channel, making sense. That's crazy talk. So we just, you know, we just keep on carrying on. I do think that these, I keep on, oh no, they are squirrels. I'm like, I keep on like, I don't want to call them raccoons, but I keep thinking of raccoons. And then I'm like, don't say raccoon, don't say raccoon, don't say raccoon. And then I say squirrel, and I'm like, wait, is that right? Well, these squirrels, I thought they turned out really cute. I really like the idea for them. I'm not a huge fan of the one, but it's always kind of the way it is, isn't it? There's always just one that you just don't like whenever you're drawing. Especially when you're drawing little, like, I don't know, themed things, I guess. So it is what it is. I think he's still cute, but the running one just kind of, I'm like, I don't know if I did it right. But I think they're still really cute. And I just got the idea. I was like, what kind of animals in spring? Because that's pretty much what I went with. And then I thought, squirrel. And I thought squirrel because my dog was having a total conniption outside about it. So, yeah. And you'll see here, so I'm doing the shading. I switched back to the sketching brush actually, because I just wanted some extra texture. And then I did the multiply on the layer. So some layers I keep as is. Some of them I actually lower the opacity. It just kind of depends. I just play around with it until it's something that I like. You'll see that I come out, like I zoom in and out a lot, just so that I can see whether or not I like what it looks like. If I don't, then I just change it. If I do, then great. You know what I mean? But I kind of wanted just this like textured, almost crayon-y kind of look. I don't know. I just really, I'm kind of getting into that, and I'm really liking it lately. So that's what I did with each of the flowers. I don't like what I did to that one. I think I changed it. Yeah, I did. So that's good. Good on me. Good on past me. So we're doing that. I keep the sketch above everything else because I want to have that reference of where I did things. That's why I put like cheeks and things like that on there, so that I know, like, don't forget to put this on, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do that. And I actually did, like, there's a point where I think I forget his buttons, like I just don't paint in his buttons. I don't know. But yeah, so I just go through and I shade. I tend to not do a highlight. I did do highlights on this stuff, but I wouldn't really call it highlighting either. I don't know. So here's a good example of where, like, I was doing it and I was like, it's just too dark. It's just way too dark. So I did a new layer instead, and I just lowered the opacity, and I think that looks a lot better. So some of it is like totally fine. I can keep it as is, but there's stuff I changed. So it's just about playing around, right? And finding what works best for you. Now, when it comes to stickers, I also try to make sure that the outline that I use is pretty dark. I apologize. I've got a frog in my throat. A frog in my throat. Probably because I didn't put a frog on my sticker sheet. Darn. Well, just what it is. But I do try to keep the line art a little bit more bold than I normally would. I tend to go kind of a little bit lighter, but I just find that for stickers especially, if I could speak, that would be helpful. I just think it makes them pop a little bit more, so that's what I was trying to do there. I thought it looked really cute. This handkerchief, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do, so I just decided that I would make some of it darker and some of it lighter, and then what I ended up doing was putting like little hearts in it. So I went on a new layer. Do I do it now? I can't remember. Oh yeah, see? And then I just put little hearts in, and then when I do the highlighting, I did the same but with the other one. And there I'm eating a biscuit. You're welcome. I actually was getting so into this that I was drawing and kind of forgot that I was filming a video, so that's why my biscuit was there. I apologize. But I was just having a little tea biscuit. And there it is again. It's popping back in. So I did try to do a little bit more shading here than I normally would. Like, just try to make it so that it wasn't like a huge difference. I kind of like, I don't know, a little bit of a gradient in. Oh my gosh, finish that biscuit already, lady. I can see my hand and I know that's exactly what it is. I'm eating a biscuit. I sent a friend of mine who's British, so I sent her a thing and I'm like, I'm drinking English breakfast tea and I'm eating a tea biscuit, so I felt very much so like a lady. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just essentially putting on any of the shading like where I kind of feel like it goes. I don't know, I'm not an artist. I just do what I like, and that's just kind of the way it goes. And I do what I think looks good. And then I believe I lowered the opacity. Yeah, I lowered the opacity quite a bit on that one. But yeah, so each one is different. They're all different little squirrels. And I think they also just kind of have different little personalities too. I think it's really cute. I think like she's probably like the little belle of the ball, you know? And then like she's the one like all the guys want her. You know what I'm saying? All the squirrel boys are like, that's the girl for me. And then there's like the little dude sitting up on the stump, just kind of like reflecting on nature and like, you know, he's a strong silent type. And then there's like the crazy boy down at the bottom who's just running around all over the place like a squirrel, you know, as they do. So I've tried to give them all like their own little personality, and I thought it was cute. The only thing that, like I said, with sticker sheets, you have to be careful about how much you put on and the lining. So you can't put too many stickers on, which is always a problem for me because I want to do a lot. So I know like even with the sticker pack that we did in the live stream, I actually had 2 hummingbirds and I got rid of one because I knew I just couldn't fit both of them on. So it kind of is upsetting because I think that they're really cute and I really want to see more of them, but you can only do what you can do, right? So when you're limited like that, then that's just the way it is. I do know the sizing. So for this, I actually did the Printful size, which was like 5 inches by 8 inches. I'll give the exact in the description. And they also offer like a little template. So you can download the template and that will tell you like where is safe. But that's only for like the outside. So if you stick with the sizing that they give you, then you're good. You know, you can go right to the edge if you really want to. And as far as that goes, I'm pretty much done. I think I just have this little guy, and then that's kind of it for the coloring. I do some light shadows, not a lot. I didn't really know how to do their fur. I feel like I might have gone a different route if I thought about it a little bit harder than I did, but I didn't. I just did it, so it is what it is. But yeah, I would think like while I'm doing these, I'm like, what else do I say? I have no idea. Like I have nothing going on in my life that, well, I mean, I have heart problems, but that's not something cheery and fun to talk about while I'm drawing cute stuff. That's like life update. Now let's get into the cute stuff. Let's get into what you're here for. So I don't really have anything else. I will say the KDC, which is the Kawaii Drawing Club I'm a member of, and I love it. They have a Facebook group that just opened, and I'm actually there. I helped moderate. So if anyone's interested, I'll put that link in the description as well. She actually does tutorials. I just fake this stuff and make it, I want to say I make it look good, but I don't even do that. I just draw stuff and hope that you guys figure out what you want to do and follow along. She actually does like real tutorials. So it is what it is. I don't know what I'm doing here. Apparently hello, are you coming back, Alicia? Like, there we go. Okay. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, so Tatiana does actual tutorials. She does have a YouTube channel, but the Facebook group did just open up. So I'll put a link in my description for that too, in case you're interested in joining. I know that she does have like openings for her membership come around like every now and again. So if you would ever be interested in joining that, I would highly recommend it. I really enjoy being a member. But I don't know if I don't know if this fur texture works for me or not. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Is this cool? Also, if you're enjoying this like riveting content and voiceover, let me know in the comment section below, and subscribe, follow, tweet, whatever. Tweet. I'm so cool. Okay, so then I always take the background off, and then I just use the monoline brush and I go around each of them to give it a nice little white line. Okay, I will say too, when you do this, I fill in like larger areas, but also you can see here, I find a lot of little like things, so that works out as well. I always try and keep it somewhat consistently the same distance around, but sometimes it doesn't. This is where I realized that I didn't even do the buttons. So then I had to do the buttons, and that's fine. I got them done. But I think they end up looking really, really cute. And we export. We go into Printful, go to our product category, and they have a ton of stuff. You can see there. I'm not sponsored by any means, but we're going to do the sticker sheet. You just click on it. It's super easy. Custom product template, and then upload your graphics, which I already have mine. You just click on them, click apply, and then when you do your background, you can just choose the color. You can upload a graphic for the background as well. So if you have like a nice backing card, it's just warning us that some of the stickers are kind of stuck together. That's the leaf and the squirrel, which are the two that we want to be together anyway. So we're fine there. So then you can choose your background. You can upload it if you've got one. If you don't, you can just use the color. I don't have a background for this one, so we're just going to use the color for the purposes of this tutorial. And then you save it. That looks beautiful. Doesn't look beautiful. It looks beautiful. I believe they also add a white backing, so like a white border around, so you don't have to use one. And then you just click add to store, and it'll go right to your website. And that's it, guys. Then you can sell your own sticker sheets. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a like and leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.